All right, the best time of the year is here as we've got the NBA playoffs starting. We already have the play-in games that have started, but we got the playoffs starting. I'm so hyped. I'm so excited. So I'm going to give you guys my picks and predictions for each series in the first round. And then at the end, I'm also going to give you guys my prediction for who wins the title, my finals matchup, my conference finals matchup as well. It's going to be hard to predict every single series, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip to that as far as, my title winners. So we'll save that for the end. So let's go ahead, hop into this right here, right now. All right, let's start with the East, and then we'll move over to the West. So on the Eastern Conference, we'll start with the Bucks-Pacers series. This one, to me, is extremely difficult to predict because we don't know about the health of Damian Lillard. If you told me Damian Lillard was going to be available for the entirety of the series and be healthy and good to go with no, setbacks or restrictions, then I would pick Milwaukee to win this series. I just think that they have more firepower and better star power, right, as far as their best players being better than the Pacers' best players in Giannis and Dame. But we don't know anything about Dame being 100% with his blood clot issue or if he's going to even be available for the series. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick the Pacers in this one. I got the Pacers in 6 games. To me, again, no Dame is huge for Milwaukee to not have that, and it's a big advantage for the Pacers. Pacers have a lot of good options as far as their depth, right? You got Hallie, Turner, Siakam, Nesmith, Nembhard, Mathurin, McConnell. Like, they might not have the better star power, but they've got a deeper team. They've got a solid coach. They've got home court advantage. So give me the Pacers in 6 games in this series. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got the Pistons against the Knicks, and this is going to be one fun series to watch, man, mainly because of how physical I think this is going to be. I feel like we're going to see a couple of ejections in this series. I think they're going to get pretty chippy in this one. So as far as who I have winning this one, look, the Pistons gave Knicks a lot of trouble in the regular season, and I am very high on Detroit, man. They are a really tough, gritty basketball team led by one of the best young superstars in basketball, in Cade Cunningham, who is incredible, had a great year. But do I think that the Pistons have enough to beat the Knicks straight up in the series? I can't go there. I got the Knicks, but in 7 games. Yeah, I'm going to say this goes all the way to 7 games. It's going to be extremely tough out. Knicks got home court advantage, so that's going to help them win that one. They should be able to, beat Detroit having more talent and star power with Brunson and Cat and OG and Mikal Bridges. But Detroit just plays such good defense. They're physical. They've got a good coach. And so to me, they're going to make life very difficult. How do you contain Cade Cunningham if you're the Knicks, right? Do you double him? But if you do, the Pistons have shooters and Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway. So it's not easy to beat this team, but the Knicks have the playoff experience. You got Brunson, who rises in the playoffs. So to me, give me the Knicks in a slightly, in a very close series, in a last-second game, slightly, Game 7. Give me the Knicks. All right, let's move on to the next series here. We got the Orlando Magic taking on the Boston Celtics, and Orlando won the 7-8 matchup here. They've got 2 really good players in Paolo and Franz, but I'm sorry, no shot. I'm picking them to upset Boston. Boston wins this series in 5 games. I'll give Orlando respect to have them win 1 game at home, but Boston just has too much firepower. I'm sorry. Orlando doesn't have Jalen Suggs either, so they're missing their guys there, but Orlando just doesn't have enough bodies and star power to match the defending champs in Boston. Give me the Celtics in 5. And then finally, the last matchup, Cavs versus the winner of the Heat and Bulls. And that series, that game has not been determined at the time I'm recording the video. But either which way, even if the Heat win or the Bulls win, the Cavs are beating them. It's going to be a 5-game series, a gentleman's sweep. All right, the Cavs have been rolling all season long, have a very, very good team. The Heat and the Bulls won't be able to do any damage here in this series. All right, let's move over to the Western Conference now. And we got the Clippers and the Nuggets. And this one should be a fun one. But to me, I'm very clear in who I have winning this series. To me, it's going to be easy. It's going to be Clippers. Now, I actually was going to say Clippers in 5. In 5 games. All right, that's how confident I am, but I'm going to say 6 games. I'm going to give Nikola Jokic, the best player in basketball, more respect than that. But, man, the Clippers are rolling, man. The hottest team in basketball. Ivica Zubac has been unbelievable, man. He's going to get an All-NBA nod. James Harden has been revitalized, played at an all-star level. Kawhi Leonard looks like the Kawhi Leonard from the Raptors. Like, they're rolling. Ty Lue's one heck of a coach. Like, the Clippers are arguably the best team in basketball at this point. And the Nuggets are heading the other direction. Fired their coach. You don't know about their rotation. Russell Westbrook is obviously, that issue with him in the playoffs and how you deal with that. You have Nikola Jokic, yes, but the surrounding players have not been consistent. And it's just not a good matchup here to me. I just feel like the Clippers have way more firepower. Their players are playing much better. And to me, I see the Clippers winning this one pretty easily as far as, momentum and their chemistry and how they're playing versus the Nuggets. So give me the Clippers in 6 games. Let's move on to the next series. We got the Lakers and the Timberwolves, and I got the Lakers in 5 in this one. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, Lakers in 5. The reason I got the Lakers here, all right, look, I get it. The Timberwolves have Anthony Edwards, but I don't have anybody on the Timberwolves that scares me besides Ant. Julius Randle's a liability in the playoffs. Rudy Gobert can be played off the floor. Then what do you really have? Mike Conley, who's older and not as effective these days. Naz Reid's a nice piece off the bench. Dante DiVincenzo's a good shooter, but it's like, hey, where's the firepower if I'm trapping, doubling Ant? Who's going to make me pay if I'm the Timberwolves? Nobody. Versus the Lakers, you got your third best defender is on Austin Reeves, who's been cooking. All right, and I get it. The Lakers defense leaves a lot to be desired, but in this series, it's not going to matter much because they're just going to put up points over and over again. Luka's going to, obviously destroy whoever is guarding him. You got LeBron, who's going to pick his spots, and then Austin Reeves has become a 20-point scorer. So just those 3 guys being able to, beat their man and have that advantage. I got the 3 best players in the series. I got 3 of the 4 best players in the series, right? With Reeves, LeBron, and Luka, and then Ant, right? So to me, it's just a clear mismatch with firepower. Give me the Lakers to beat them in 5 games. All right, moving on to the next one. We got the Rockets and the Warriors. A lot of people picking the Rockets here. I'm going with the Warriors in 6 games. This is the upset, 7 versus the 2 seed. Look, the lack of experience for the Rockets is going to show up in this one. The Warriors have been here before. They know how to play. Jimmy Butler's made the finals. Draymond, Steph, obviously have won multiple championships. The Rockets are going to, put up a fight here. I got the Warriors in 6 games. They're young, they're hungry, they're athletic, they play great defense, but ultimately I believe that lack of experience is going to show up in this series. The shot making that Steph Curry will have, and then playoff Jimmy is the X factor here, right? If you want to double and trap Steph, cool. Jimmy Butler just showed you in that game against the Grizzlies in the play-in, he can put up 40 points. All right, so if you want to trap Steph, you still got Jimmy to deal with. And then, Golden State just has that experience, which matters in the playoffs, folks. So give me the Warriors in 6. And then finally, we got the OKC Thunder taking on the winner of the Kings and the Mavs. And you know what? It doesn't really matter who wins that series at that game at this point. OKC's sweeping either. I got the Thunder in 4. No explanation needed. The best team in basketball as far as the numbers are concerned. All right, let's move on now to who do I have making the conference finals in both conferences. In the East, I have the Celtics and the Cavs. So square picks, I know, but I really don't see any other teams challenging them. Celtics, to me, clearly the best team in the East. And as far as the Cavs, I like the Cavs over the Knicks. I like the Cavs over the Pacers, the Bucks. And so it's just a matter of, hey, sorry, I'd love to pick another team, but I don't believe in them. So I'll go with Cleveland. And so I've got that being the conference finals, and then I've got the Celtics winning that series in 6 games and moving on to the NBA Finals. On the other side of the bracket, I've got the OKC Thunder advancing to the conference finals against the LA Lakers. Yes, that's right. I got the Lakers going. I told you the star power is insane. Give me the Lakers to make it to the conference finals. And here we go. We got the upset here. I got the Lakers beating the Thunder in 6 games. I'm just trusting the firepower here for the Lakers and their experience over the Thunder and their youth. So that's mainly the reason why I got the Lakers here. Trust me, it's going to be extremely difficult. For sure, it's going to be hard. But if, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, if you're able to slow him down, stop him. Jalen Williams doesn't really scare me a lot. Chet Holmgren, Hartenstein, these other guys, they don't scare me as much. It's just going to be the defense for the Lakers that has to step up in this series. But I really think they can do it. And so my finals matchup, good old rivalry, Lakers-Celtics, is the NBA Finals that I'm predicting. And as much as I would love to pick the Lakers, I got the Celtics in 7 games in this one. To me, the Celtics have the best team in basketball. You got all 5 guys in the starting lineup that can defend and shoot the 3. Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, who's the ultimate X factor. You got Al Horford off the bench. It's just too good of a team. They're going back-to-back. They're repeating. Boston Celtics will win the championship. Let me know what you guys think. Agree or disagree with that. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.